Well, hello dear viewer, and welcome back to the Brink Unleashed. As once again, it's not safe for all my family and friends to be subjected to yet another film of my travels both inside and outside of Australia. And as we reach the epic moment of a 10th film, it's only fitting that we do a few things differently, and by that I mean you can also hear another voice in this introduction.
And for the first time, a voice that's actually more feminine than Ben's, even though that may be hard to believe.
Ouch, that hurts. Well, at least you've met the one and only Mallory Foster, who not only joined me on this next adventure, but also decided she'd like to sit with me in this little booth to help provide narration.
Except it's not really a booth, is it? It's just a chair in front of your laptop.
Alright, enough of destroying the illusions. Tell our viewers what they are going to expect on this video.
A fun-filled adventure featuring you, me, some other people, and 5 different cities across 3 different countries over a total of 30 days.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. Although there is one difference besides me actually having female company on this trip, and that is the fact that for the very first time a Brink Unleashed film wouldn't start in Hobart, as my life had changed slightly since the Brink Unleashed 8, and now I live in the Sunshine State of Australia, Queensland, a state that had accepted me to work at the 2018 Commonwealth Games, as well as play up to the reputation of sun, sand, and everything else in between, a place that also had only been visited once in this film series, way back in 2007 during the Brink Unleashed 1.
But that's a film that was super boring and you don't even want me to watch, right?
Correct. But anyway, with all that background information in your brain, it's time to move on and pick up the journey from the very first day of the trip, the day that was day 1.
Well, hello there. It is time to go on another adventure. And this time around, we don't even get to leave Tasmania, because we've already left Tasmania. It's Queensland, where it's beautiful one day, rainy the next. And it's currently 10 past 3. Friday afternoon, the 20th of April 2018, day 1. We're not even going overseas just yet. We'll get to that very shortly, but we'd like to introduce you for the very first time in the Brink Unleashed franchise, the biggest fan of the series that there is, because you've seen one of them and most of the trailers. It is Mallory Foster. How are you today, Mallory?
I'm great, Ben.
That's it? Just great?
I'm very excited.
Pumped, excited, thrilled?
Excited.
Excited.
Pumped.
Pumped. We've just managed to pack everything, like literally just before we walked out the door. So I smell food. Do you smell that?
I do.
Sounds pretty good. The joys of Queensland, particularly where we're living, is that there's barely any footpaths. So we've just discovered one right now. But right now we are venturing off to the airport where we head to Sydney and we get to show this one the harbour city. Because you've only seen it for like, what, 6 hours?
Yeah. 12?
12.
No, less than that, I think.
So, why not spend some time there and see if she likes it, or at least see the Opera House and eat some food. So let's venture forward. Day 1, the adventure begins. Here we go again. Lock up your children because we are travelling and doing this thing and hopefully coming up with better things to say that make more sense than that.
Yeah, no pressure then. It was onto a plane and actually having to fly south for once to start things off as Mallory and I headed to Sydney, the largest city in Australia and a city that had been featured on no less than 3 previous times in this franchise. And after a late arrival and an early start, the next day brought us into the harbour city to check out the sights, jump on a boat, see the main bits, go to an art museum and even meet some other human beings.
Stopping talk behind me. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Amy, but she's behind is that a jacket or?
It's a jumper from Britain.
A jumper from Britain. Welcome to the show, guys. How are we going? Good? Yep. Obviously no paparazzi there. You're about to do the Sydney Harbour Bridge climb.
Absolutely.
How are you feeling?
I'm bricking it.
You're bricking it.
Bricking it.
Which we just learnt is another word for
Shitting it.
for shitting it.
Suits and flags.
Suits and
There's
flags.
the pool right there.
Oh, there's like Serbia. What's going on with Serbia down here? But I'm really jealous for you guys. Like, if you want to pull out, I'll gladly take your spot. But this is it, bridge climb.
This is it.
You're about to walk in.
happened?
This is like the quickest introduction and farewell ever. Thanks for being part of the movie,
Thank you.
Mallory. Bye.
From there we headed to Sydney Opera House where we would get to watch a show, something that I was super excited for, as you're about to find out.
Hi.
Hello.
Would you like to do the introduction
I
since it's your
would.
team? Where are we right now?
We are at the Sydney Opera House in the studio waiting for our show to begin. We're seeing Driftwood, which is a circus act.
Tickets? I don't actually know what we're seeing. I'm trusting you with it.
Fancy tickets!
So it's pretty fancy in here.
So we're in the balcony.
I'm gonna get a sneaky little pan.
Smallest stages in the Opera House, but that is okay with us because it was cheap.
We can officially say we're going to see a show at Sydney Opera House.
Yeah.
I've never done this before, and I've been here to Sydney many times, so...
I'm really, really excited about this. This is one thing that I always said if I go to the City Opera House, I have to see something, so I'm very, very excited.
So we're going to do this. We're going to see some circus. We're not allowed to film in here.
Are you sure?
Well, it said no for the field filming in here.
We're not filming here.
We're breaking the rules. We are rebels.
Whoops.
So we'll see you on the other side of this.
Wish us luck.
I'm fine. How are you?
Great.
So, we just saw the show. What was it called again?
Driftwood.
Driftwood. That's right. And what did one think of Wood of Drift?
I'd say a solid 6.5.
6
out of
points?
10.
I'd maybe give it a 5.
Wow, you're a harsh grader.
Yeah. I mean, look, it was fine. It was just okay, This guy here is a very smart guy. He's wearing a Germany national top, which is fine, Steiger on the back. He's a smart, intelligent person. But would you rate the overall experience, though, of going to the Opera House to watch a show as better than you expected? About the same? Not that cool?
Same.
About the same?
I would love to go back and see an opera or like a musical or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can get dressed up and get all fancy. And
Or a ballet.
a ballet. A ballet. Have you ever seen Black Swan?
No.
We can watch Black Swan.
Don't people die in that movie?
It's got Natalie Portman in it. She won an Oscar for it, so it's a good movie.
That's not answer the question.
Do people die in it? Sort of. But we are now going to...
Smell the burgers.
I can smell burgers. We're not getting burgers though. We get Thai burger.
That's not the thing.
That's not a thing. We can make it a thing. Okay. Well, we're going to get Thai food. Because we thought before we go to Thailand, we could try Thai food. And then if we don't like it, we can be like, we just will eat McDonald's for a week in Thailand. There's a poll there. Alright. This is the most entertaining video you will ever watch in the history of your life.
We went to the Sydney Opera House. Yay! Woo!
Whoa. And
And the cruise ship is leaving. Yay!
the boat is very excited to be leaving. Shall we have another look at that? Asian people are very happy when they get their photo taken in front of the harbour bridge. Anyway,
See you later.
After our Thai feast for the night, we headed out to Penrith to stay with my step-grandmother Glenda for the next 3 nights. And after our first night, we were out and about again and headed to Cronulla, where it will be an opportunity to witness the Mighty Sharks play, as well as the first ever taste of NRL for Mallory.
Less than a minute remaining. The score is 26, Penrith 18, although Penrith, shit! Just scored a try. get interesting. No, he's making a Snapchat, she's not paying attention right now, so let's just focus on me.
Football, not football.
Well, to two states in Australia as football.
We should confirm that he's over the try line. As can be seen in this poll here, the ball is over the try line.
So, they convert this, they're within 2 points, and there'll be about 40 seconds remaining. It's not within the realms of the possibilities here that they could do this. You want it to leave 10 minutes ago. Well, they converted it. Oh, we missed it! Yeah! Alright, so they've got 32 seconds to get it down this way to get a try to tie it up. No pressure. Can you do it? No?
20 seconds, Sharks fans, let's hear each and every one of you. Sharkies! 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 Sharkies!
So impressed. Alright, 30 seconds. Okay, he's got it. He's running. The thing is, they keep going until their 5 tackles are up, even when the siren goes.
That's one, right?
That's one. This happened at the grand final I went to. 2. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tackle. He's got to get a tackle and they win. He's got it. No. Yes. Over. Woo! Now they play the song. You're not even going to... No. She's out of here. Now she's hearing it. Look. Sing it, you know how'd you think that went?
There it is, Sharks fans. Sharks 26, Panthers 22. Your Sharks on the winners list
You like
for
it?
2018. Get behind the boys. Everybody up
That
standing
way.
and singing.
Go Sharks.
We got that.
With that song now stuck in your head for the rest of the day, we managed to navigate the Sydney public transport system for a late night dinner with family friend and Brink Unleashed 6 stars Linda and Mario, before heading back to Penrith and having a relaxing day 4 that featured some swimming and family dinner.
It was then on to day 5, which saw us depart Penrith and welcome back Brink Unleashed favourite Jimmy K, who took us on a fun-filled day out that started with the greatest food in the world.
Lumberjack poutine. With cheeseburger. Oh, thank you very much.
Can we get one more fork? Sorry.
Thank you.
That's the stuff. Thank you.
Hi. Jimmy, everybody. Welcome back. Now, this is the greatest thing in the world, poutine. Now, you've never tried it before. I'm going to give you your fork. Now, you're Canadian, so you can have that one. Thank you very much. You can go first,
I can go
and we'll
first.
have the Canadian try it.
Okay, little secret, I already tried to bite.
And what's the verdict? Is it good?
It's really salty.
Yeah?
I need 1 sec.
Oh,
I
she's...
tried something here. It didn't work.
Okay. Alright, Jimmy. Your first ever trying of poutine. Here we go. Get some curds and gravy and everything on that chip. Go to town, son. Here we go. Oh. He hasn't coughed it up yet or anything.
No, it's good.
It's good? Just good? Alright, well, this is part where I'm meant to try it.
Alright then. Use my fingers casually.
We're going to get a nice big curd. We're going to get a nice big chip.
Thoughts? I think your thoughts are similar to mine.
It's good. Not the best. That one in Surface is better.
I agree.
The one in Hobart's better.
I also agree.
And this is still a decent attempt though. It's not the worst I've ever tried, but it's good. But anyway.
I'm gonna try the authentic one.
Yes, when you go to Canada. But,
Yep.
this is our lunchtime fun, and I'm just going to eat a giant curd. So, that's what we do. What we also do is head out to check out the world-famous Bondi Beach, before also heading out to La Peru, a place made famous by being included in the blockbuster movie Mission Impossible 2. And after a great day out with Jimmy and a great time in the harbour city, it was time to draw Sydney to a close.
Hola!
Hi.
Tonight we eat donuts. Now, tell me, Mallory, about your experience with Krispy Kreme donuts.
Krispy Kreme donuts are not like this in Canada. Well, the part of Canada that I'm from.
That was a great story.
We just have like the original ones that you can get at fundraisers. You can only get them in a 12-pack.
Now, what ones did you buy?
Well, let me just hold this so that the camera can see them. That one is Reese's Pieces. This one's vanilla slice. That one is cookies and cream. This one is tiramisu. In the bag, there was an original and a Simpsons. Now there's only a Simpsons.
The Simpsons. I love Simpsons. And we also have the fantastical strawberry milkshake.
Are you okay?
No, it's actually really good. I wanted spearmint, but
No.
spearmint milkshakes are amazing. Anyway, so this is, what are we, night 5, aren't we? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Look at that.
Then we're going to go to Melbourne. What time?
Don't talk about it.
Anzac Day tomorrow. Dawn service on the plane.
Yeah.
Anywho, thank you for joining us, and watch Mallory eat a donut.
Good morning from day... Oh, thank you. Day... That was funny. What day are we? 6?
Yeah, I think so.
Day 6. Where we are now currently at 20 to 5 and walking to the airport, and we just nearly got run over by someone who half realised it was a pedestrian crossing, got halfway across, and I was like, well, you may as well keep going, guys. Anyway, how are we?
Nice.
How are we this morning?
Good.
Good?
Less tired than expected.
You're actually a lot more perkier and upbeat than I was anticipating, to be completely honest with you. You haven't yelled at me once this morning.
Look at that.
I know. What did you have for breakfast?
Donuts.
How are your donuts?
Yum.
Now, I actually remember, not that this matters to you, walking this exact same route at about this exact same time, wearing this exact same t-shirt, during the Brink Unleashed 6.5. I'm going to touch the letterbox, hang on a second. You enjoyed that. There's a random fact for you. You're walking the route of a film that is famous in my head. But I am looking forward to today because I love Melbourne. I'm looking forward to this game of football, even though I hate the teams that are playing. It's going to be more of an experience. And it's Anzac Day. And it's your dad's birthday. He told me to remind you.
It's my dad's birthday.
Say happy birthday to your dad.
Happy birthday to Dad. My blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Dad.
He told me to remind you.
He's obviously gonna watch this and see that.
Hey, your dad might watch this.
He might.
He's not going to watch this. But yes, there is a blue emu to the left. I thought I'd scare you and think that it was really a blue emu.
I was actually looking at the sprinkler that's making funny noises over there, and then you said the word left, and I was like, that's not the way I'm looking.
No, it's not. That's awkward. Let's venture forward to El Porto. El Porto. That was good food the other day. And we shall go to Melbourne.
And go to Melbourne we did. with our short trip taking us south to the city that has been visited in every single one of these films with the exception of the Brink Unleashed 8. And after dropping off our bags at our Airbnb and briefly exploring the city, which included seeing the Anzac Day Parade and checking out the amazing Melbourne Library, we then headed to the MCG for my very first taste of Australian football, something that Ben was quite excited about.
Currently walking to the MCG. Take a look at this.
Cotton candy.
90,000 people today to witness a game of sport. How are you feeling? How's the excitement levels building right now?
I am excited.
How are you honestly feeling?
There's more people.
Don't like lots of people? Well, this is just going to be a very interesting experience for you.
I think so.
It's for your very first game of AFL to come to the Anzac Day game. That'd be like you taking me to my first ice hockey game. It's Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Like, just such a, straight into it. But you're going to experience a lot of things that you don't know about. Lots of cheering, booing, abuse, chants, songs that you like, pie and coke. There's Elmo up here playing the bagpipes, which I tried to warn you about. You will see Elmo in just a moment. You can get a ride on one of these things. They cost like $30 or something. Can you see Elmo now? Did you ever think you would be in Australia seeing Elmo playing the bagpipes? No? Let's have a look. Yep. He's not playing any of the AFL songs though. Well, he's happy to get his photo taken with him. Anyway, we're going to navigate ourselves to the MCG. We'll do another video in there. But, who are you going for today? Say that a bit louder. You're surrounded by Essendon people right now. This is the one time in life that Mallory's allowed to go for Collingwood. Unless we're at a Collingwood Hawthorn game. But anyway, let's do it.
And do it we did, as we made our way through the thousands of people to our delightful nosebleed seats for Mallory to get excited and then try some traditional Australian food.
Absolutely.
That's what my face can be.
You can introduce it.
I can introduce it. Okay. So, we just got to a very exciting place in the Australian world called, I don't know whatever I
The
call it.
MCG.
What does MCG stand
The
for?
Melbourne Cricket Ground.
We just got to the MCG, which stands for the Melbourne Cricket Ground, for the Anzac Day football game. So, this is
The
cricket ground,
What are they playing today?
AFL,
Yes.
which is an exciting Australian sport, which I know about.
Now, you've watched like a little bit of it on TV. You weren't really paying attention that night. This is going to be a real first taste of it. How are you feeling right now?
Excited. There are a lot of people here.
90,000 people. Sell
They
out.
just sang some songs. It was really exciting. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if I can understand the game at all within the next couple hours. So.
I will try my very best to describe it for you. The one time she's allowed to go to Collingwood.
Yes, today.
Yes.
Yep.
So I am very much looking forward to it. Don't know. Well, I've got to make it go for a good team. Yeah, no, that's right. But I think it's the perfect way for her to experience our national sport on what is the biggest game of the year except for the grand final. So, yes, you will try Pine Coke very soon. We'll start at the Pine Coke.
I am excited for Pine Coke.
Awesome. Well, thank you for directing you. Mallory Foster about to engage in an Australian tradition at the football. A meat pie, sauce, and well, there is Coke underneath. Ready? Go. I think she likes it. How is it? Good?
Only got any meat. I kind of inhaled the pastry.
Oh well. I'm glad you like it.
It's yummy.
What was also yummy was Collingwood thrashing Essendon in what turned out to be a fairly one-sided game that drew our first day in Melbourne to a close. The next day was day 7, and it was a simple day of exploring Crown Casino and going to the movies to see Avengers Infinity War and really do nothing more than relax. Which was also how day 8 started, as Mallory and I headed out to Vizzy Park, the home of the mighty Carlton Football Club, to kit her out in some gear ahead of another footy match, this time seeing Carlton play the Western Bulldogs.
Oh, look at this beautiful thing, wearing fantastic clothes. She's officially been converted. Look at this. And then look at this. Are we being moved? We are general admission, but we don't actually know if we're going to be moved at one point. But we're here for the moment. Etihad Stadium with the roof closed. What do you think of this stadium compared to the MCG?
I like the stadium.
Better? That's hurtful to Australians.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't like Bondi Beach and she likes Etihad Stadium better than the MCG.
It's just like smaller.
Wow.
And I feel like I can see more and I'm not as cold and it's just...
Again, I just want to clarify that Mallory Foster thinks that Bondi Beach isn't the best beach in Australia and that Etihad Stadium's better than the MCG. Anyway, given that you are now in gear for a proper team, how are you feeling? You're feeling... She got a free banana. Yep, that's what you're most excited about.
Gone banana now.
Yep. So how are you going to cheer tonight?
How am I going to cheer?
How are you going to cheer? Oh, you're going to be loud, are you?
I might clap a little.
You might clap a little. Right down near the Carlton cheer squad. So you can see the giant pom-pom things. The sad thing is that I actually don't mind the doggies. Like if this was, say, like the doggies versus anybody else, I'd probably go for the doggies. I've got a bit of a soft spot for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to introduce our pack for this evening. Let's see what tricks they've got up their sleeves. Let's bring in our very first pack member. Would you please make them welcome, Barclay? What can you do?
She's leaving. Anyway, all right. That was Mallory. This is football. It's day 8, and they're letting dogs out on the field, as in stuffed dogs. I don't think you can see that. Anyway. We'll come back to you at some point soon.
Sadly, Carlton would pull a Carlton and lose once again, but it was still an enjoyable way to end day 8.
Good morning from day 9. Ben is a special human who we know him.
We know.
Yes, today's 9. We are on our way to the tram, as per usual. Ben doesn't love me anymore, but it's fine. Where are we going?
We're going
the market. To market. To buy a
Victoria
roast
market.
pig.
You tried to do this to me the other day, and I don't actually know how this thing goes.
Oh,
But
it's
we're
like a
going
nursery rhyme, I think.
to the Queen Victoria Market, where we will buy lots of queens, lots of Victorias, and maybe some markets. What are you looking for at the market this morning?
New bracelet.
New bracelet.
Is that the real question?
But then we are
Obviously.
going to probably go to the museum
Yes.
and either go see the Marvel thing or up
The
Eureka,
Avengers!
or both, or who knows what we're going to do. And then we're going to Taco Bill's because Bill is good with taco. And
I like Mexican.
yeah, you like your skin. Oh, you like Mexican. So you said I like my skin.
No.
I'm like, okay, that's good for you. She's doing this thing where she doesn't like holding it for very
It's
long.
really heavy.
But yes, I'm wearing my $10 Raptors hat, which was apparently $50, and they're winning right now, so this could be a good luck charm, unlike this one last night.
Hey, we only lost by 21 points.
Look at her, true Carlton supporter. We only lost by 21 points.
That's better than usual.
Anyway, you can close it out.
Thank you for watching The Brink Unleashed number... What number is this now?
9.
Goodbye.
With Ben getting mad at me for not remembering the film number, we made our way to the market where we bought ourselves a few little goodies, before spending the rest of the day relaxing instead of our other plans, and even swimming. Well, at least one of us did. Trying to get into our wonderful swimming pool that we have here.
So,
He's gotten down 3
I
steps.
love swimming, and we're in Melbourne, and it's like about 18 degrees right now.
No, it's like 15 degrees right
For
now.
Tasmanian, it's warm. Now that swimming pool in Sydney the other day, which you were complaining about being cold, that was chilly. This is like ice. So we're going to take another step down. Can I just point out, I'm sure our viewers want to know this, I'm not wearing underwear. So this is going to go into an area right now where
You realize that if you were wearing underwear, the same thing would happen,
yeah,
right?
this is like direct contact on the
that area. But the water's just going straight up into there. So, all right, you ready for this? Well, actually, there's like a jet stream of warmth going on, and I'm not being in the water. That's what you think. There's actually warmth on the leg area, and I'm not weeing. All right, are we going down a step? Shit.
I'm enjoying your pain. I'm enjoying your pain.
Amazing. I love it. Meanwhile, somebody else is just laying back there, chilling.
Yep, I am literally just standing where are my feet. There's my feet. Here, on the safe ground. I would say the safe warm ground, but I'm actually really cold too.
She's like, Ben, don't go swimming, come back inside.
Yep, pretty much.
There's so many floaty things in this pool.
Correct. There's a spider. I was scared.
That's good to know. Thanks for that, Mallory. With that joyful freezing experience over with, it was time to end the day with some tacos and exploding kittens, which actually was a fun way to end a Saturday night. Sunday morning was then upon us, as day 10 turned out to be a fun-filled day. A day that involved us going up the Eureka Tower to soak in the views of Melbourne, before heading out to watch more sport. But this time a sport that Mallory was to get a bit excited about, at least not before backing up the venue it was held in. The Canadian in an ice rink. Mallory, great Australia's premier ice hockey stadium. Hang on, for those at home, complete with a Zamboni.
Out of 10?
Go for it.
You get a 2 out of 10 because you have a Zamboni. The Zamboni is 1 point in itself.
Okay, I really think you should at least give us a 4, purely on the basis that this is the best our country has. What are you going to give the one in Hobart? Like a -7? Like, seriously, you will upgrade this once you see the one in Hobart. I'm not even kidding. But are you at least excited to see some
I'm so
hockey?
excited right now. We have front row seats.
We do. There's the Perth Thunder bench. Lots of orange in the crowd. We met the Mustang. I got a hug from him.
We did?
Yep.
Yeah, exciting.
And there's a few Canadians playing today, so
Yeah, 6.
that's a good start. Anything else you wish to add before this game? No? No. Alright, let's go Mustang.
To her Lou, the do-si-do, but that's cool, I can still be her Romeo, you know?
I don't wanna hurt nobody. I just wanna move my body.
She's sweet like marmalade.
And tastes like ooh la 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 la. Everybody knows it's elegant, elegant. She's so fine, nobody's gonna tell her to let me beautiful smile. Damn, she's so fine, never went to get. Everybody knows it's elegant, elegant. She's so fine, nobody's gonna tell her.
Day 10 drew to a close after the Mustangs win, which led us into day 11. Hi. Good start. We are on day 11. She said she wanted to start, she's not saying anything. Okay, that's awkward.
I wanted to start. Oh, I didn't realize I said that. That's
What did you think I said?
I thought you meant you're starting.
No, I mean, anyway, we are walking through Flinders Street Station right now. We are going to go out to the Brighton boxes, which I've actually never been out to before. This is kind of weird. How are you feeling today on Monday, day 11?
I'm tired. We stayed up very late last night watching the Grand Prix.
You were very excited on that day, weren't you?
That's good.
I was very happy that you stayed up and watched it. And I'm currently dressed by Mallory. She dressed me out in this weird outfit. It's not weird, but I really don't know what this is doing. Okay, hang on a second. We literally are trying to dodge a heap of people whilst a lady has wet floor signs. Anyway, yes, we're going to the Brighton boxes, which are boxes in Brighton.
Funny that, right? And then I want to go to Albert Park to see the Grand Prix bit without the track there. So, never done that before. And then we're going to watch the project being taped because I did that last time I was here and, well, last year. And never been to a TV show taping. Are you excited? Are you really excited? Or are you just
I'm so tired.
Anyway, alright, well, it's day 11 and that's how we roll.
We rolled on to Brighton where we checked out the amazing beach houses in a beautiful suburb, before heading out to Albert Park to make Ben happy by seeing where the Grand Prix was without the Grand Prix being on. After a brief rest back at our room, we then headed out to watch my very first TV show being taped, to which I even got to host part of the movie.
Hello, we are on the corner of, who knows, there aren't street signs in this country. We're about to go to the recording studio.
Yes, which is up in that building. Up there.
Very exciting.
It's very weird and random that you would come all the way here to a little mini shopping centre.
It really doesn't feel like somewhere.
No, exactly. Exactly. Anyway, but how are you feeling?
There's a dress store over there.
There's a dress store over there. Over there? Well, I guess. Is that where you want to go? How are you feeling about seeing a TV show tape? I asked you that earlier, but I'm going to ask you again.
I'm excited. It's going to be fun, I think.
You think?
It's going to be fun for sure.
Anyway, we're going to see a dress shop because that's what you want to do. So, are you very excited? Yeah. It's appointment only. That's awkward.
Oh, I wasn't going to go in.
Oh. Alright. We need to go there. That's eventually where we need to go. But we're not there yet. So they didn't have that little dress there last year. That makes it easier. There's another dress store. This is like the shopping centre of dress stores.
What kind of dresses?
Oh, were you looking at the wedding dresses? Would you like a Chinese massage? No. Alright, this video's getting repetitive. Shut up, Ben.
If only it was that simple to shut me up, as apparently my voice and talent was so in demand during the taping of the show that, well, this happened.
This is Ben. You might recognise him with his work from the Hobart Tassie Devils many years ago. What's coming up next, Ben?
Coming up, should we take any notice of online reviews? Plus, Limo gets some tips on being famous.
Nailed it.
Yep, for some reason I managed to get on TV, a feat not achieved since my starring role in the Hobart Devils basketball TV show in 1994.
You also get a can of Slam.
And during my stint as an awkward ad reader for the Mercury in 2015.
In tomorrow's Mercury, thieves target Dunalley residents who are still rebuilding after the devastating bushfires.
It was a feat that the world went crazy about, and was a perfect way to end our time in Melbourne.
Do you want to say that again?
Hello. We're going home to eat food, so don't worry.
So we just finished the project.
We did? Ben was on TV?
I was. So they basically said who has been here before. There was a guy who'd been there 84 times.
Yes. Today was his 84th.
And I was the only other person who had been there. So they talked to me in the ad break for a second. And then they were like, oh, who wants to come and read this thing in the commercial break? I would have put my hand up anyway, you know me, come on. So I got to sit at the desk and I got to read coming up next on the project. So I was just on live national TV.
That's very exciting.
I know, right? And you said that I put on my radio voice.
He did.
Is that a good or a bad thing? Can I just ask that question?
I don't know. Where's
It's up here, I think. Is my radio voice a good voice or a bad voice?
It's like your voice, but just like announcery.
That's going to go on my website as a testimonial. It's like your normal voice, but announcery.
You just did it.
Did you enjoy the experience of watching a
it's fun.
TV show? Yeah? We didn't really have any big name guests on the show, sadly, but you got to see the beanies, which you want, for
100%.
Carrie's charity. But yes, this is our final night in Melbourne. It's sad and exciting, I don't know. We're going to Perth tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've never been to Perth, so it's both... Shut the front door. You were very disappointed that you lost out on this furthest travelling contest. You basically thought you had won that, and I thought you'd won it too, let's be honest.
Also, she was like, oh, I've just moved here. So I think I won.
Because you've been here longer?
Well, no, because he asked me, so they asked like who's traveled the farthest, or like where are you guys from, or whatever. I was like, oh, I'm from BC, Canada, like near Vancouver. And then he like asked me, he was like, oh, do you live here? And then he was like, do you live here in Melbourne? And I was like, no.
And they went to commercial, didn't they?
What?
Oh, they came back from a commercial then, didn't they?
No, that was in a commercial. Yeah.
But you didn't get to answer that part fully.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
And then they after they asked her, and she was like, oh, I'm from New Orleans. And then she was like, I just moved here. I was like, I don't know.
Anyway, I'd give it to Mallory. Just because.
Also, it's only 47 minutes longer for her to get here than for me to get here by plane.
Hang on a minute, but did you do it to Adelaide or did you do it to Melbourne?
No, I did it to Melbourne.
Well, you should have done it to Adelaide because you then travelled further because you had to go to Adelaide. You win.
I already knew I won.
Wow. Sorry.
But like the other thing is that my travel was not direct by plane, whereas hers would have probably been.
She swam half the distance, basically from Hawaii to Melbourne. That's when she did that bit. I actually don't know where we're going right now. We might as well just go to South Yarra Station because we're right here, or there's a tram stop out there anyway. But we really want to go back and eat food. I'm going to cut through here. There's a doggy. And you got called out about your Carlton top.
I did.
Which was funny. I laughed at that bit. Anyway, that was Monday night. We're going to go eat food and pack. And yeah. But good night, Melbourne. Good night, Monday. And let's go to the next day.
The next day was day 12, and for the very first time in my life, as well as Mallory's, it was time to head west and tick off the only state in Australia I had never been to, with a visit to Perth in Western Australia. It was there that we would spend the next 9 nights, with somewhat of a familiar face in star of the original Brink Unleashed from 2007, Emma Anderton. For the first night, it was just a travel night, which led us to day 13, and another day of rest, relaxation, cooking palmies, and trying to look after Emma's children, Oscar and Sophie. Day 14 finally saw some excitement, well, sort of, as we left the house and headed to the greatest place in Perth, IKEA, where after some food and exploring, I somehow ended up with babysitting duties.
Ben, on an adventure in IKEA. Ah!
Hi.
Hi.
Child. That's what you do in IKEA. Mallory was looking after the child before.
I was.
And now I can look after the child because I don't know. Do you like me looking after you? No. Yeah. That's general reaction of children. Sure, I'm pretty cool, aren't I?
No.
Okay. Do you think people should watch the Brink Unleashed 9? Yeah, that's actually a review for our film. So, are you having fun?
No.
That's a child in my care. Should children be looked after by me? Doesn't actually answer.
No.
Am I doing a better job than Mallory?
No.
Alright, well,
Bye. After saving the child from Ben, we spent the rest of the day with some more driving before taking in a beautiful sunset at the beach and doing something that neither of us has ever done before.
Because we're about to do something groundbreaking here on the Brink Unleashed. Shit. What are we? Brink Unleashed 9. Today, we create history. Mallory ponders her life in the ocean. I'm saying you ponder your life in the ocean. I put my feet in the Pacific, in the Atlantic, and today, Mallory Foster and I create history by... What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Putting our feet in the...
Indian. Ready? I can't see our feet. There's our feet, there's our feet. Oh, look at that in the Indian Ocean. She's off. Hi. That's the Indian Ocean. My feet are officially wet from the Indian Ocean. I'm going to stop saying the words Indian Ocean.
Instead, I'm going to say words that welcome you to day 15, which was officially the halfway point of the trip. It was another driving day with some exploration as we finally got to see the actual city before heading out to Scarborough Beach to soak in some pretty spectacular sights. It was then back home taking an amazing sunset and allowing me to make some guacamole for the first time in my life. Another day rolled around, and as it seemed to be a trend in Perth, we really didn't do anything except relax, watch sport and watch babies dance and look ahead to the next day. Welcome to day
16?
17.
17!
How are we feeling today, team?
Woo! So great!
You don't look too happy today.
I'm kind of sleepy today.
Yeah? What's new? What are we doing today?
Subway!
And?
Subway.
And?
Emma's house.
And?
Daniel Ricciardo.
And? Hockey.
Hockey!
Hockey! I'm glad that she's excited for the fact that we're seeing hockey again. Yep. So you're enjoying your guac? That I made.
You tried. You're cutting off my head.
Oh well.
Hi.
That's about it for today. This is a car. It goes zoom. Ow. Shit. I don't know what else to say except booby.
You're booby.
That's sexist. What are you gonna? What are you gonna get from Subway?
Food?
Shut the front door. What? Are us guys ready?
Yes.
I need to put shots and shoesies on my footsies, and then we'll be ready. So.
Oh, you have to sit in the back.
Why do I have to sit in the back?
It's your turn.
That's racist. Anyway, we are going to get in one of these. Oh shit! Let's try that again. We're going to get in one of these. It's a car. It goes. Yeah. And then we're going to go. So. I sound like a cow. Anyway, moving on. We moved on to check out the go-kart track where Daniel Ricciardo started, as well as Emma's new house being built, before once again getting to see some ice hockey action, as for the second Sunday in a row we watched the Melbourne Mustangs take on the Perth Thunder.
Our second Australian hockey game. Yay!
Yay!
We have a Canadian commentator today, so that's
We do.
exciting.
And we have Mustang fans, yay!
Honestly, both of the commentators sound so much better than that girl.
Yeah, no, that girl wasn't very good.
She was terrible.
Sorry, Melbourne Mustangs, I know I sort of used to do your segment, but now it's kind of a long time ago. But this is okay. I mean, it's the Perth Ice Arena.
It's smaller than the Melbourne one.
It's bigger than the Hobart one. That's obvious.
Interesting.
It's interesting.
I will get used to the sport in this country because I have no choice.
Yes, true.
But it's not.
And we had the Mustangs right below us. Because,
But they're fenced on the other side, which is like super awkward.
yeah, it's weird, but I guess that's how we roll, right? They do actually have a Quebec flag over there, as we discovered. So,
But there's a Quebecer, their goalie is a Quebecer, on Quebecer.
probably why. Which is why it works that way. But if you watch, like, they won yesterday, they won when we saw them, they'll probably choke today when we're watching them. I bought a new jumper. Just thought I'd share that with the world. Anyway, we'll come back at some point. And
There's no poutine here.
there's chips with gravy. We can maybe ask them to put some cheese on it. Right? No? Okay. Go Mustangs. Say it softly. expected, the Mustangs choked, but it was a fun way to end day 17. We are back in the land of the living, and we are not happy with the ice hockey, as you can hear. Yes, the dead being Perth supporters.
Really?
Here is a baby.
There's a lot of tip on her face.
Here is Mallory.
That was a good burp.
And here's Emma. Your turn.
What? I can't burp on command.
And this one. Then you just ate something off the floor.
I think it was some of the chip that fell off her face.
Alright, so we have ended this day. Well, not yet. It's still time to watch. What are we watching? Hey, what do you want to watch?
No.
Yeah. So I thought. I don't know what else to say. Do you know what to say?
No. There's chocolate in the fridge.
There's chocolate in the fridge. Good McMorning from day 18. Look who's in the back again. And look who's in the front again. Well, she has to be. She's the driver. We have coffee. Because Emma bought us a coffee.
But I'm sad because they don't have the cool pretty cups anymore.
They don't have the cool... What's wrong with you? Insert coffee place name here.
411. What's the 411?
What's the 411? Stick it up your 4-bum bum.
I'm going to tell them.
I'm going to drink a sip of this and I'm going to bag it out. And this coffee is mildly advocate. I can't even speak properly because your coffee's not good. Because it's in a crappy cup. What's the plan today, Stan?
Me?
Yeah, well, your name's Stan.
I'm driving.
What's the plan today, Stan 2?
We are going on a tour of the new stadium.
She sounds so happy about that.
I'm so excited.
We're going on a tour of the new stadium, which is called Optus Stadium, otherwise known as Perth Stadium, because the people of Perth can't come up with a more original name for a stadium. But I'm excited for it, because we couldn't spend $55 to watch the West Coast Eagles play, so we decided to spend $25 to watch the stadium be empty and do a tour of it. And then we are going... Is my hand in the way? Then we are going for our first taste of the central business district of the 4th largest city in Australia, aka Perth. What does Perth mean? You've lived here, come on, do your research. Are we excited for City of Perth today, team? Yay!
After the mopper.
It's like 9 o'clock on a Monday morning. This one doesn't function. Alright, well I'm going to sip my coffee. I'm going to look out the window. And then I'm going to go to our fantastically attractive narrator who's going to tell us about the history of Perth.
Well, seems as you asked, I can tell you that Perth was founded on the 12th of June 1829 and was named after Captain James Stirling, after Perth, Scotland, in honour of the birthplace and parliamentary seat in the British House of Commons of Sir George Murray, Secretary of State for War and the Colonies.
Aw, thanks Mallory. That certainly helped our viewers. And what also helps our viewers is seeing the footage of our time at the new Optus Stadium, as we took in the sights of the spectacular new stadium before heading into the city to check out the spectacular city of Perth. It was a fun day, and a good one to finally get out and about and see the city. It was also a good day too for those who don't believe I'm good with children, as somehow I ended up holding a baby as the day came to a close. Day 19 then arrived, and it was a day that was filled with nothing and the sunset. That's about all you need to know. Which brings us to day 20, and our final full day of the trip in Perth.
It is day 19. 20. Day 20. And Mallory is growing turtles. Is that the correct way to start this day? She's playing Moana. Make way! Make way! No? Right. We are going to sing the song now, Mallory. Free-o, way to go. Right. We're going to Fremantle. It's a place where there's docks, apparently. I assume so, that's why they're called the Fremantle Dockers. If there's no docks there, then I'll be vastly disappointed. But we're going on a boat, so there has to be some form of dock, right? Or you're just not talking today? Is today the day you finally stand up for your voice and not talk? Anyway, Emma's there. Hello, Emma. How are you?
Good.
What are you up to right now?
I'm getting ready to go in the vehicle.
The motor vehicle?
Yeah.
Where are the children?
They're away! Oh my god, it's the best day ever.
Guess what? Mallory and I are going to start crying and pooing our pants so you have to clean it up.
No! My day off. That's a lot of yarn. Yeah, no, I started working on something last night and it's like one roll each colour. And I don't know whether Kat's going to make me in Fremantle or not, so I'm taking some...
Yes. I prefer when dog meets me in Fremantle, but that's just my preference. Yep. Exact reaction to Ben's jokes. Would you like to say anything at this point in time? You know what else we have to get today? Thai baht! You get a lot of Thai baht in Fremantle. You want some Thai baht?
Some what?
Thai baht!
Some who?
Thai baht!
Some where? Oh, money! Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Shall we?
Catch a boat.
Shall we go catch a boat? On a moat?
You guys can catch a boat.
With a dope?
Have you got a jacket?
No. I don't need a jacket, I'm fat. You're not meant to laugh at that. You're not meant to laugh at that either. Rude.
I need a jacket.
Actually, you were meant to laugh at that. That was a funny joke.
Do you think that we will need jackets? Yeah, you're going on the water.
Mallory and Emma discuss the need for jackets. The highlight of the Brink
Can
Unleashed.
you get my sweater from our room, please?
Only if you say it nicely.
You did say it nicely.
Correct answer.
And but it might be cold on the water. And your water bottle and my blue backpack.
I thought we weren't taking the blue backpack.
Well, if I'm taking my sweater, then I want to take my backpack. Please.
Okay. Cut.
After that thrilling insight into our lives, it was then onwards to Fremantle for a pretty amazing day in a pretty amazing town. Soon drew to a close after a brief visit to the amazing Kings Park in Perth that led us into day 21 and saying farewell to a pretty spectacular place.
Good evening, crew. Good afternoon, crew. Don't crash the car, Emma.
I'll try not to.
Crabs. Mallory's got crabs. Welcome to the car.
Again.
Emma is here for the last time. Fremantle supporter! Yay! I have a Guernsey now. I'm one of you. Sort of. We are driving. That's in the sentence. We are on a road, which is also funny when you drive. Where are we right now? Not Mallory's. Hillary's. Oh, we call it Mallory's.
Yeah. Oh, Hillary's back that way.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorrento.
Sorrento. Isn't that a Case Brino song? Sorrento Moon.
Yeah.
Sad that I know that. We want to thank you for your hospitality of the last 9 days.
Anytime, love.
Alright, what about tomorrow?
You're not going to beg you tomorrow.
Shut up. But we appreciate it. Mallory, what was your favourite moment with staying with Emma? Go.
First, did you just say appreciate?
Yes. You got to watch Kaz and Kim. Now answer the question.
My favourite part of staying with Emma was when Oscar wasn't there. Sorry.
Correct answer.
Take care. Me too.
Me three. I want to see one of these people get attacked by a shark.
I'm going to come back and park over here.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just can't get over there.
I just want to see if somebody gets attacked by a shark. But we're off to the airport. Just thought we'd rub that in. And we like Perth.
I like Perth too.
I like cheese. We'll probably do something at the airport because that's for us to know and you to not see until it comes out on YouTube.
Okay.
But for the fourth time, thank you.
You're You're welcome.
Do you want to have anything else to say to our viewers?
You're welcome.
Shut up with Moana!
After a brief time at the Perth airport, we found our way on a plane, out of the country, and to a long stopover in Singapore, to which we didn't even sleep, but still found things to do. It was then on to another plane and taking the Brink Unleashed even further into Asia and back to the continent for the first time since the Brink Unleashed 4. Our destination was Phuket in Thailand, and after surviving the drive from the airport, it was straight to our luxurious resort that would be ours for the next 7 days.
Welcome.
Welcome to Diamond Cliff Resort and Spa, where we get to stay for a week, and it's gorgeous.
Can we just first of all point out what we get on the balcony? Can you take us outside for a tour?
I can. This is our balcony, where we have 2 chairs and an ashtray. And
Well, let's start smoking. Oh, it's hot out here.
It's very, very muggy.
And this is the view.
A beautiful ocean view.
Yes, this is the ocean view.
Yep.
And there's our pool down there, which we'll be frequenting quite often. But, wow. This is pretty nice.
I think I like Thailand.
Yes, Thailand so far has gotten off to a good start. And this is the room. Now, this is not a room, this is an apartment. This is...
bigger than anything we're ever going to own.
Well, maybe.
Well, hopefully not. But
This is the room. I like the wooden floors, weirdly enough. We have TV, so we can watch Thai TV. Closet space, which is good. There's a mirror. Hello! Now, as we come through here, here is the toilet. Right.
it's not a pit, so that's exciting.
We have our shower, which is a very nice shower. It's big. I like it.
And they've left us lots of soaps and bubbles.
Sink.
And shampoos and conditioners.
Mallory.
And all that kind of things.
Suitcase holder. Closet. And we got robes. I've never stayed in a hotel before. I have robes.
Oh, we also have a scale.
Well, good. Well, that means we go to the fitness centre. We have our own spa, which is very nice, and a little washy thingy, and a seat, because who knows when we want to sit down after having a spa. And, oh, hello, as we come back through here, we have our own little dining area. We can sit there on the table, and this is just pretty nice. I think we wouldn't have stayed in anywhere remotely close to this had we been in Europe right now. And can we just point out too, the service?
Oh my gosh. We had a bellhop and...
Are you right there?
I was opening the window. And the woman who checked us in walked us up to our room and gave us a little tour of our room.
And can we just apologise to Thai people if we're meant to tip you? We actually don't know. So we kind of felt...
I think we also need to get smaller change because we have a lot of very large change right
Yes. But safe to say, we enjoy this place. Oh, we've got mosquito nets. Because you never know when Thai mosquito nets. And guess what? You can get Mallory Foster.
Room service?
Room service! And she broke something already. Orkies. Orko taco. Anyway, this is our humble abode for the next 7 days.
It's a view.
It is true beaut. Let's take one more little gander out here to see what we can wake up to. Oh, no, that's awkward. Let's try that again.
Oh, sorry,
Awkward. To what we can wake up to every morning.
Before it was morning, it would have to be the end of another day, which did lead us into day 23, and a day that saw us doing nothing but swim, drink cocktails, and relax.
Hello. Guess what? We're in the pool. Oh, there she is. I didn't realise where she was. Was she? You gonna spin around with me?
Ah, spinning.
I'm spinning around. I just sang Kylie Minogue in Thailand. How do you feel? We've dried off, but for some reason got in the pool. Just getting choked. That works. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
She just molested my man nipple. How much fun are you having?
Lots of fun.
Are you hungry? I'm a bit hungry too.
Romantic.
Well, we did consume some alcohol. Well, I consumed the majority of that alcohol.
You did.
I
was there.
You were. You need to drink more though, I think. I feel like we've already done a video like this, but we didn't, sort of, because that was in South Bank. Are you right? She's like Molesting me. She's molesting me. Hashtag me too. I don't know. I'm going to throw you off.
That was mean.
I just thought it would add some excitement to the video. Clearly no one's still watching this.
No. We're boring.
We are boring. Anyway, we decided to bring the phone to the pool because we're one of those couples. And also, we can take some fun photos. There's showers. Where? Oh. That's not the same bald man as yesterday. She's playing with my hair. Anyway, let's end this. She's like getting my hair wet. What is she, like a monkey? Well, speaking of monkeys, we booked some tours, which is exciting. We had like this weird meeting thing with this woman this morning who's from our bus company that took us here, and then she's going to take us back to the airport. Well, I don't think she will, she just works in the company. But she told us about their tours, so we're going to go see Phi Island on Monday, not James Bond Island. And then we're going to do a city tour, which we get to see the Big Buddha, which is exciting. So there's that. And I think tomorrow we're actually going to leave the hotel and go to the beach.
Crazy.
Crazy for something else, something. I can't remember how the lyrics go. Anyway, shall we end this video? Are you right? That happened. Whoa! See what I have to put up with?
You started it.
Did I?
Yes.
Alright. Well, I started it. I'm going to end it.
With yet another day drawing to a close, it was on to day 24 and our first real opportunity to see more than just our resort. We ventured to the stunning Patong Beach, where, you guessed it, we swam some more and just soaked in the sun and sand. We then made our way to a nearby market to get ourselves a variety of goodies and snacks before coming back to the resort, swimming some more, and ending the day in a tribute to some former films in the franchise.
Ben is going to drink some drink.
Now, this is a tribute to our executive producer and star of the Brink Unleashed 3, 4 and 6.5, Samuel McCrossan. We discovered this beautiful drink in Malaysia on both the Brink Unleashed 3 and the Brink Unleashed 4. This saved our thirst buds so many times of the heat and everything. It's so cheap. So I've had it in Australia plenty of times because you can buy it at Coles, thanks Coles, but you can't buy the different flavours in Australia. Now, Mallory tried the normal one and didn't particularly like it.
I did not.
It's better when it's stinking hot outside. But today we're going to try 100 plus grape berry, or in Thai, 100 plus words in Thai. So we've got an orange one as well, which I've had before.
My finger just went across there. I'm sorry, audience.
It just ruins everything. It smells very grape. You will not like this.
It's going to taste like medicine.
The bug. It's very grape.
I can smell it.
Honestly, it's like, if you just wanted it as a drink, not as a refreshing one that I tried to sell you on 100 plus, this is more like a drink. It's a drink. I realise it's a drink. But you probably won't want to try this because you don't like grape, right?
I'll try it.
Okay, well, shall we pass the camera here?
Yes.
Hello, hi, how are we? Here she is.
Hello. It smells like...
Ready?
It smells like grape medicine.
Ready? Go for it. Go.
It's actually not that bad.
Huh? There you go.
Well, you said, because we were talking about Dr. Pepper the other day, and I said that a lot of Australians complain Dr. Pepper tastes like medicine because we have that cherry flavoured medicine.
This does have like a little bit of medicine-y flavor. It's not as bad as I was expecting it to be.
All right, there you go.
Also, this is our snacks, and I'm going to eat more.
We just ordered a room service.
I'm really hungry.
But 100 Plus, official sponsor of the Brink Unleashed 9.
Good morning from what is actually day 25. Yesterday I think we were like a day or so behind.
It was day 24 yesterday.
Anyway, I'm wearing my Raptors top that I paid $20 for. But we are off today to the PP Islands. Can I ask a serious question? Will we be peeing on the PP Islands?
No, we'll probably be peeing in the ocean.
Okay, well that's probably how I got its name. But we're getting picked up in like half an hour, so we're kind of running a little bit late in terms of having to go get some brekkie. But I think we can manage it, right? Excited? You pumped?
I am. I'm excited. I just don't want to get sick. That's my main.
Well, I think that's probably a fair thing to not want to do. So, let's get some brekkie and let's go and see Pooper.
With that introduction, it was then out to explore the islands of Phi.
Fish until I said that they do.
We're getting dinner and we're about to have Thai food. Bless you. And they just brought us this. They like to pump it on things, but I don't know what this is.
Maybe chili sauce? Chili paste?
Smells like a cranberry sauce. Alright.
Oh, I feel like that might have been a lot. Yeah, that was a lot.
Oh my god. That's like... Did that at Christmas once. I put all this mustard on my turkey. I didn't read the bottle that it was like extra hot mustard. Holy shit. It smells nice. Good luck.
That's how much I took.
She's eating it.
I can't taste it. No. Oh, it's spicy.
Yeah. So, about that not getting a coating.
Oh, yummy though.
I can't taste the flavour, I can taste the burniness on my tongue.
It's like sweet chili sauce. That's what it reminds me of. But really spicy sweet chili sauce.
face, not a Ben's face, I know, so sad. We're back at our hotel, which has not actually been cleaned yet, Waco Taco. So we're gonna press the button as we walk away. And yeah, we're back from our day tour, so exciting stuff. This is Benjamin, he's there. Are you okay? Hi.
I'm not wearing a bra.
Yeah, we had a good day today.
It was very nice. It was...
I'm tired, like...
I'm
it's
not
been a
tired,
long
I'm
day.
just want to swim.
Yeah, just need to relax. Like, it was a lot of on and off the bus and just going around and that kind of thing.
So, yes, we're not taking the phone down to the pool, so we're going to go swim and have cocktails and then eat dinner and just relax, because guess what we get to do tomorrow?
Nothing!
Which, I mean, look, we're having a good time, but we kind of look forward to
We're excited to
sleeping
do
in
nothing
till like
for a little
9.
while.
But yeah, tomorrow's sort of just resort day, swimming, eating.
We bought a lot of cashews today.
We did, yes, a lot.
They're in that bag over there on the table. A lot.
So, cool. We just thought we would update you because we can do that.
Yep.
So,
After that incredibly awkward noise, it was on to day 27, which, as you saw us just getting excited about, was filled with nothing but some heavy rain, some bad attempted handstands by Ben, and a late night dinner transitioning into day 28.
Good morning from day 28. I'm wearing a hat.
I'm not, I'm Mallory. I've got a dress on.
See, that's exactly how she sounds. Sorry.
I'm not, and I'm wearing a dress, and I don't have a hat on.
That was terrible.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
My nail broke, so I'm sad.
We are going to venture forth and grab some breakfast. And walk...
That was my stomach. What were you rubbing?
The other day when you rubbed your chest, it was really good.
When did I rub my chest?
The other day when we were walking down the hall, you went, You don't remember that. I remember that. You'll see it when we watch the movie.
We're going to go get breakfast. And then we're going to go to market to get a roast pig.
Yes.
How does it go?
Yeah, that's it. To market, to buy a roast pig, to...
But I'm not taking my phone with me because we saw the other day what it looked like and I don't want to risk it getting nicked, stolen. So you're not going to see the adventures that happen on the way down there. But pretend it involves ooh, bye. Exact recreation of us going to market to get a roast pig. Yep. And then we're going to come back here and swim and pack and do shit because that's what we do. Am I right? Am I right or am I right?
You are right.
Say that again?
You are not right.
Ooh, rude. Anyway, it's day 28 and that is what shall be done today. After a fun-filled market day brought us more goodies, we spent our final full day in Thailand by doing what we've done all week essentially, swimming. This time around getting some great new shots for you to enjoy with a GoPro that finally decided to start recording. From there it was time to close out day 28 and move on to the penultimate day of the trip. A day that was meant to bring us a nice tour of Singapore but, well, didn't quite go according to plan.
Free Singapore tour. Sadly, we cannot do the free Singapore tour because it is 25 past 3. Our flight arrived like half an hour, 45 minutes late, and we're right on the cusp, the threshold. We're right on the threshold of the fact that our plane leaves at 20 past 10 and you've got to do the tour at 6 p.m. for flights after 6:30 p.m. So we're kind of in like this purgatory area, which kind of sucks. So we have a good 7 hours to wait at the airport. How do you feel about that? She's in a very talkative mood. Hungry? We're going to eat some food because we're starving and just sit and relax and not do much. How's the flight?
I slept.
She slept. We're in Singapore, by the way, in case you didn't realise. You slept. Was it a good sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, well, hopefully we'll have some good food and some good times by checking out the sights of Singapore at the airport. We get to put up with lovely 80s mall music once again. But we might check back a little bit later.
The only thing seen later was some rain outside the window and the long flight back to Australia, which is a sadly disappointing way to end what had been a spectacular adventure.
We are back in Australia. I was going to say we're back home. I'm back home. You sort of are. Your current home.
Yep.
How was your flight?
It was okay. I slept a bit, but like not super well.
Cool. We had to go through a border security room because we had shell, well, like 2, but they were the 5 ones, so always better to be safe than sorry. So right now we need to put some money on our card, catch a bus and a train, and we'll be home. But I think this is the part where we're going to wrap this up right now, because there ain't no need for us to do anything back after. But how did you find the past 30 days, Miss Mallory Foster?
Good. Very good.
Very good? Very good. Highlight?
Highlight. All of it?
All of it.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a cop-out answer, isn't it? Yeah. My highlight personally was the monkey eating a banana in the water. Yeah. But it felt good to have someone back on a plane, well, travelling. That's the infamous spot where I ate a mouldy Flemington 30 days ago. Wow. There has been plenty of memories and lots of people that we met along the way, some of which we will remember right now. Ah, what a good time those people were. You saw them all, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, look, Borrowby. Anyway, I wonder if Borrowby's going to be permanently marked there. But Mallory, thank you. And thank you for putting up with this lovely film. And we know that you know what happens now. You've loved it and appreciated it. And that's all I've got to say right now. Let's have someone else more important speaking at this point in time.
Oh, I'm so glad that you think of me as important.
Why do you think I meant you?
Because you wrote the script for me to be speaking next after what you just said.
Oh, right. Well, that's a bit awkward. Anyway, with that all done and written and finished, it was time to wrap up another Brink Unleashed adventure and get ready to bring you the best part of the film, the credits. It was another opportunity for the world to be opened up, and this time it was more than amazing to have company along the way to really give me a new insight and lease on life. No matter what is next on the horizon, this journey certainly changed me and made sure I was capable of once again going out into the big wide world with some pretty amazing and beautiful company to make it even more better. And with that in mind and things different moving forward, one thing has definitely been solidified after this journey, and that is that travelling and exploring definitely is me.
Your closing speech gets so much lamer each time you do it. I hope you know.
Don't ruin
song. It's a different song. Like 12 in a row I've been to them lost. We've just seen history. For the first time in the history of the Carlton Football Club, we've started the season 0-6. You think anyone would mind if I kicked that little shit over the boundary? Well, day 8. This is day 8. We're going to get some ice cream. And we're going to go home and sulk.